I thought Beekeeper was okay. I certainly thought it would be better considering the amount of money it made and the director and cast, but not everything they make needs to be the best thing ever. To me, it was a very simple, well known premise of a guy who doesn't want any trouble being compelled to pursue righteous vengeance. And it's got a couple of other things that we've seen more in recent years, I think influenced by John Wick and some other things, in terms of its visuals, in terms of its characters, in terms of kind of having a hidden world that the character is a part of. And I think those trends are interesting, so I like seeing them, so that was all good. And this movie in particular, I think, had interesting takes on things like data mining scams. And I thought the villain was novel and interesting, and Jason Statham is one of the great standbys in action. You know, he can just do it in his sleep at this point, and so it's always great to see him, and so you always have a kind of guarantee that it'll be okay, or great, and it was okay or great. And I think it had some great moments, and some great vibes, and some great little flashes, and I love the cast. And I'm glad it succeeded. I hope they make a sequel and get to make more. But overall, I would say it's not one of the stronger examples of this kind of genre. You know, things were just kind of a little out of place. And overall, I would say the film kind of lacked a straight line in its narratives, or solid rising tension even. I feel like in good movies like this, these kind of character-propelled action movies, you can follow the mental headspace of the character, and what you see is they go through a journey and they get more and more tense and more invested in their feeling as the story goes on, and thus more weight happens behind the action. And usually you track that with the serial escalation in the danger of the enemies, or the amount of risk the character is taking. And there kind of is that here, but it didn't feel very consistent, and I think it kind of falls apart about halfway through the movie when he takes on a dozen armored FBI agents and comes out on top. Yeah, of course, it's like they don't want to shoot him because he's just some random dude and they're going to have restraint. But it means like there's nothing really that can be more intimidating than that. And so we're not really concerned whether he's going to make it for the rest of the movie, because if he survived that, he'll survive anything. There's not really any more tension, even though there's some great work after that. I think writing a movie like this is harder than people may appreciate. When a film has simple elements, it can be easy to look at it as an outsider and just say, well, it's simple, just do the simple things, just have the simple things. But it's a lot harder to make things simple than you might think. A simple thing is actually doing a lot of things at the same time, and it's hard to find a simple thing that can do all that. And so you can end up making things complicated and having many things, and that's what I think this film did. I'm not sure if I would recommend this movie. If you want to see a simple Jason Statham movie where he kicks butt, there's a lot of them. If you want to see a simple revenge movie where they kick butt and take revenge, there's a lot of those. If you want to see douchey businessmen get beat up, watch that one scene in Equalizer 2. There's a lot of things that individually often work pretty well, but this film overall, I would say, was not a great success. But it's okay, that just happens, and I'm sure they'll make more stuff. I personally am enjoying seeing Jason Statham trying out being a leading man more and more often. He doesn't always nail it, I think, but he's such an interesting, specific type of movie star that I really enjoy seeing him trying, and I always have a guarantee that he'll sell the action well, and he always delivers on his gravelly, badass, manly persona, and I like it.